Little People, Big World star, Matt Roloff teases major Roloff Farms news as fans spot possible Clue.Dear loves. Welcome to TLC drama. Please do subscribe my YouTube channel. Little People, Big World star. Matt Roloff teased major Roloff Farms news amid a rift with his adult sons over purchasing the sprawling Helvetia Ore property. On Monday, August 25, the Roloff patriarch took to Instagram with a photo of himself and a cryptic message. Shooting a series of fun videos to update you all on what's going on around here, and particularly 3 new, absolutely sick, incredible new additions to pumpkin season. Matt captioned his update, "Can't wait to show you all, stay tuned." His daughter-in-law, Audrey Roloff, notably liked the post amid Matt's ongoing rift with his adult sons, Jeremy Roloff, Audrey's husband, and Zach Roloff. Years ago, the twin brothers tried negotiating a deal with their father to buy a portion of the farm and take over the business/place where they grew up. Unfortunately, they weren't able to come to an agreement, and Matt listed part of the property for sale. It was on and off the market for a bit as Matt experimented with using it as a short-term rental. Most recently, Matt listed the big house and surrounding acreage again in April 2025. In the comments of Matt's post, followers seemed excited to learn about the changes coming to Roloff Farms for pumpkin season. One Instagram user wrote, "Got my tickets and we are going from LA with my kids. So excited." Someone else exclaimed, "Cannot wait to see Matt what you have going on. Look forward to her posts." Another shared, "Thanks for keeping us updated. We miss you." Others clamored for more Little People, Big World after Zach and his wife Tori Roloff announced in February 2024 their exit at the end of season 25. The TLC show hasn't aired new episodes since. One wrote, "They should bring back the show, it was a great show." Another shared, "Dang, I thought you were filming for LPBW. Either way, can't wait to see." A different Instagram follower demanded, "Bring Little People back." Meanwhile, a different fan commented, "So sad to see that the house is pending, but happy for a new family to enjoy. It truly is a special place." It's unclear where the Instagram user saw that the property was pending a sale. However, the real brokerage no longer has it listed on its website. In June, Zach and Tori opened up about their thoughts on Matt trying to sell part of the farm once again on their Raising Heights podcast. "I was really hoping the farm would sell, honestly, like quick," Zach admitted, "because then now it's kind of been dragged out. But then there's other dynamics too that have just changed that it's like, there's just no reason to go there." Tori then confessed, "The farm, for us, is unfortunately not a happy space anymore. It's not somewhere we care to be anymore." Little People, Big World fans blast Amy Roloff's husband for gossiping behind her back with Matt. In an upcoming episode of Little People, Big World, a new twist unfolds as Chris Marek, Amy Roloff's husband, is found to have been dishonest in a matter concerning her ex-husband, Matt Roloff. Amy and Matt publicly declared their decision to part ways in 2015, closing the chapter on their 28-year marriage, with their divorce being finalized in 2016. Fast forward 5 years, Amy celebrated a new beginning as she wed Chris Marek, following their engagement in 2019. The show continues to navigate the complexities left in the wake of Amy and Matt's split, particularly the ongoing dynamics surrounding Roloff Farms. In a significant development, Matt has disclosed his intentions to bequeath the farm to Amy upon his passing. In the second episode of season 25, Chris Marek is exposed for not being truthful regarding his interactions with Matt. Despite previously claiming that he and Matt do not discuss Amy during their meetings, a sneak peek of the episode reveals that this may not have been the case, suggesting that conversations about Amy do occur when Chris and Matt spend time together. In a revealing moment, Amy and her Chris are seen sharing a meal outdoors when their conversation turns to the friendship between Chris and Matt. Although Amy expresses her comfort with their camaraderie, cautioning against it going too crazy. In a separate confessional, Chris insists their discussions do not revolve around Amy ensuring no one's throwing her under the bus. However, during the meal, Chris concedes that Amy's name does occasionally emerge in their chats, but clarifies they are not comparing notes about her. The scene shifts back to a confessional setting, where a producer's voice is heard clarifying with the couple. "So, the topic of Amy did not come up, except for once." This prompts Amy to glance sharply at Chris, leading to an evident shift in the atmosphere as their body language turns tense. Chris eventually concedes, revealing that he and Matt have indeed discussed Amy's habit of leaving doors and drawers open, which they find annoying. Amy counters this by stating such incidences rarely happen. Amy leaving doors and drawers open may seem minor, but it sparked significant fan reaction online. Viewers who commented on the Instagram post sharing this preview were largely displeased with Chris and Matt discussing Amy behind her back. One user criticized Chris for what they saw as a clear disrespect, writing, "So disappointed in Chris. Gossiping with Matt about Amy is just low. Thought he was different." Another shared, "This is just wrong on so many levels. Amy has been through enough without having to deal with Chris and Matt's behind-the-scenes antics. Respect is key, folks." Someone else echoed this sentiment. "Wow, Chris, way to keep it classy. Talking about Amy when she's not there is a major trust breaker. They need to sort this out ASAP." Another person noted, "She's a good sport, but that is absolutely disrespectful for him to be engaging with her ex about her. She's too nice sometimes." An individual pointed out, "Sorry, this whole situation is weird, I can see for the kids, but why would you go participate in Matt's farm life? You're divorced and be friends with them when he cheated with her. No way. Also, why are you still using the Roloff name? You're married to Chris, not Matt." Despite the criticism, there were fans who defended the conversations between Chris and Matt, viewing their discussions as potentially harmless. One person wrote, "You should be a bit more grateful and trusting of this great man that took you, and all your baggage you brought to the table. Count your blessings, not your failures." Indeed, Chris and Matt sharing a common history with Amy provides a complex backdrop for their friendship, offering numerous potential topics for conversation beyond discussing Amy's quirks. The fans' responses suggest a preference for Chris and Matt to focus on other subjects, emphasizing respect for Amy's privacy and the sanctity of their respective relationships with her. Little people, Big World spoilers reveal that fans are confused about what is going on with Chris Marek and Amy Roloff these days. When Amy and Chris got married, they moved into their new home, but there has been some speculation that they are moving once again. Have they moved into a bigger house? Did they leave Oregon? Let's dive deeper to find out more about where they are right now. In 2019, Amy was keeping her fans updated on buying a bigger home and one in her price range. She and Chris actually found the perfect home for them, and they have been doing some renovations to it to make it the way that they wanted. The house is 4,000 square feet and it cost them about $600,000. When they moved into the home, she talked about how much she loved the neighborhood and she had to get used to the subtle differences though. Amy still had a lot of stuff in storage though, and her fans wanted to know if she needed yet another bigger home. Chris and Amy lived separately until they were married, and it was nice for them to finally have a home together. Their house seemed incredibly nice, and it looked as if they had everything they needed. All of these questions came out during Amy's newest Facebook Live video, with her best friend, Lisa. Amy shared a Facebook Live with her fans this past week. As she was talking to Lisa, fans began to notice that things looked a little different in her kitchen. When one of her fans asked her if she has moved, she was quick to tell her fans that she would never move because she loves her home so much. However, she did mention to her fans that she was actively looking, but right now, she loves her home. The couple would like something with a little more room, a little more space. They would also like to have about an acre of land. She added, "It's becoming very, very expensive out here." Amy said that if she and Chris end up moving, they will stay in the Pacific Northwest because that is where her kids and grandchildren are. As of right now, Amy is working on her business and promoting it. She is happy with her home right now, but if she and Chris could find more space and at a decent price, they just may buy and move. Be sure to catch up on everything happening with Little People Big World right now. Come here again for more Little People Big World spoilers, news, and updates. The Little People Big World star, 60, took a moment on Saturday to share her appreciation for her husband of nearly 2 years. In an Instagram post that included a series of photos from the couple's recent trip to Austin, Texas, Roloff shouted out her spouse for supporting her while she attended 2 events that are close to her heart. Many things that made the Austin TXLPA National Conference and DA National Games so wonderful and fun and memorable was being able to share it with Chris, she wrote in the post's caption, referring to the events organized by, "This is a moment in my world of people very much like me. I'm thrilled he loves going and has a good time," she continued. "I love that my friends and others have embraced him in the LP community. I was amongst my own, and he is the one that may have looked out of place and uncomfortable. But he wasn't," she added. "Chris has a way of being a part of it naturally, regardless. I'm glad he likes going with me. I'll see y'all at the next one I go to, and I'm sure Chris will be there right with me. Love you, Chris Merrick." Since the couple married in August 2021, Roloff regularly posts about their married life adventures. Back in March, the mom of 4 shared a series of pictures on her Instagram story documenting a fun-filled date night she and Merrick enjoyed together. She took fans along, posting snaps with Merrick as the pair checked out a local RV show, grabbed some food at the Pocket Pub in Portland, and caught a Cirque du Soleil show. "After the RV show, we stopped by this cute pub downtown PDX, Pocket Pub PDX," she wrote. "A great place. I loved it." Roloff also added at the bottom of the post, "A fun date night with my guy." She shared another date night in May, this time an Oregon Symphony concert. Her post included a photo of the orchestra on stage as well as a selfie of her with her husband. "Fun evening at Oregon Symphony with friends." Roloff captioned the post. "Love date nights with Chris." The couple tied the knot in August 2021 in an outdoor ceremony at Roloff Farms in Hillsboro, Oregon. "Our wedding day is a special day, but our marriage is a lifetime together," the reality star told of the twosome's wedding. "I'll have the rest of my life with Chris, and that makes me smile." Little people. Big World fans are enamored with Amy Roloff's furry bundle of joy, which is her new rescue puppy. Now that her children have left the nest, she loves doting on her dog, Daisy May. Expanding their family by 4 legs has been a welcome addition for Amy and her husband, Chris Merrick. On Instagram, Amy posted a photo of her affectionate and loyal companion, Daisy May. She proudly shared pictures showing off Daisy May after a much-needed shampoo and trim. Amy captioned the post, "Well, Daisy May needed grooming. Doesn't she look terrific? Love this dog." Little people, Big World fans couldn't help but fall in love with the cute canine. One fan commented on the post, "Oh my, she is just adorable." Amy is moving on from the feud that has engulfed her family in heartbreak and tension. Things have not been the same for the Roloff family since there was a falling out over the family farm, and the Little People Big World star is saddened by all the drama. However, it looks like she is finding comfort and love in her dog, Daisy May. According to In Touch, Amy and Chris rescued Daisy May and welcomed her into their family with open arms. The couple has enjoyed having their sweet pup by their side as they embark on all of their adventures. Daisy May's exact breed is unclear, but all that matters to Amy and Chris is that they were able to give her a loving and caring home. Amy loves whipping up delicious recipes, but when she isn't in the kitchen working on her culinary endeavors, she has fun taking Daisy May on walks and playing with her outside. Little people, Big World fans are happy to see the undeniable bond that Amy shares with her dog. Amy shared a recent Instagram post with Daisy May running in the snow. One of her followers commented on the post, "So great that she now has her forever home. She's a very lucky dog, as I'm sure you feel that you are as well." Amy has been through a lot on Little People Big World, and to see the joy that her new best friend brings is wonderful. Being able to direct her focus on something positive has been important in this season of her life. Amy doesn't like Matt's new rules, but she isn't letting it get in the way of cultivating happiness for herself. Fans hope to see more of Daisy May and all of her adventures. Little People Big World patriarch Matt Roloff says his ex-wife Amy Roloff is just fine with his relationship with her husband, Chris Merrick. It might appear awkward to some LPBW viewers, but Chris and Matt have formed a tight bromance. Although Amy isn't always thrilled about her ex-husband being so involved in her life, Chris doesn't think it's that big of a deal, and apparently, neither does Matt. In a recent Instagram post, Matt shared a photo of his structure named Grandpa's Cabin on Roloff Farms. In the caption, he noted he was taking a break from construction on his and Caryn Chandler's dream home to enjoy some bonding time with his buddies. Matt and 3 of his guy friends Ty, Bill, and Chris stayed warm and cozy inside the cabin while the rain and snow fell outside. In the comments section of the post, one of Matt's followers wrote, "I bet Amy didn't like it that much." Matt responded, and according to him, Amy was the one who okayed the get-together, and she actually doesn't have a problem with Chris hanging out with Matt. And he even threw in some compliments aimed at his ex-wife, Amy. "No, why not?" Matt wrote. "It was her that I called to set it up. Amy's a pretty secure and mature woman." Others weighed in on the comment thread, most of them supporting Matt's reply. One of Matt's followers told him, "Roloff, it's always a good thing if you can remain friendly. 40 years friends with my husband's ex. Sometimes people just do better as friends. Kudos to you and Amy for moving on and being happy for each other," expressed another fan in support of Matt and Chris's relationship. "Pray you and kids can all come back together someday. Matt and Caryn have joined Amy and Chris on more than one occasion to spend time together." Following their August 2021 nuptials, Chris and Amy joined Matt and Caryn in Arizona for some R&R. Last year. The foursome posed for a photo alongside another couple for an outing. In the caption of the Instagram share, Matt scolded their naysayers, telling them, "Negative people, please go away gracefully." Followers of Little People Big World had an instant connection with Chris Marek, with some finding him even more enjoyable to watch than Amy Roloff. There is no doubt that the two make a great couple and often bring positive vibes to the show. However, some die-hard fans feel Chris could be outshining Amy in the likability department. Chris came into Amy's life when she needed it the most. Both were at a speed dating paint and sip class when they first laid eyes on one another. The 60-year-old swept Amy off her feet, and the two were finally able to tie the knot after a few delays. Chris is a well-known realtor in Portland, Oregon, and has been working for 20 years. Chris and Amy are still featured on Little People Big World, with many TLC viewers finding themselves rooting for the couple to succeed. Little People Big World fans were a bit weary of Cheers when he was first introduced, since many viewers questioned his sexuality and motives in the relationship with Amy. However, fans have warmed up to Chris over the seasons thanks to his caring nature and ability to connect with Amy's family. In fact, Chris has become more popular than his wife over the years. One of the major reasons Chris is so well-liked is because he makes an effort with the Roloff children. Chris, who some fans can't stand, has made it clear he wants to be a part of the grandkids' lives, and even went out of his way to support Zach Roloff at his weightlifting competition. It also isn't hard to notice how Chris has only brought out the best in Amy. There was never a doubt that the Little People Big World star started to lose her patience while married to Matt Roloff and, at times, could come across as heartless. But thanks to Chris, he has reintroduced Amy to the concept of a happy life. Without a doubt, Chris is the nicest cast member on Little People Big World, as he often makes time for anyone and enjoys getting to know the people in Amy's life. Even though Amy can be high-strung, Little People Big World viewers believe she has started to mellow out thanks to Chris's kind nature toward her and her family. The newest season has been a bit of a roller coaster thanks to Matt deciding he wanted to sell Roloff Farms instead of selling it to one of their children. Amy recently shared she regretted giving up her share of the farm, but it is fair to assume she doesn't regret marrying Chris. Amy Roloff's love for cooking has been a staple on Little People Big World over the years, and now that she runs a successful online store when not starring on the show, here's what fans should know about Amy Roloff's Little Kitchen. Since Season 1's premiere in 2006, Little People Big World has focused on Amy and her ex-husband Matt Roloff's family and their daily lives while living on their famous farm in Oregon. The former couple has 4 children, twins Zach and Jeremy, as well as Molly and Jacob. Amy was frequently seen tending to her family in the early seasons, which included cooking a variety of meals for them. While some Little People Big World fans have been critical of Amy's original recipes from time to time, the majority of viewers have enjoyed watching Amy chef it up in the kitchen. While Amy is completely dedicated to taking care of her children and her husband, Chris Marek, who she married in 2021, the Roloff matriarch has always had a passion for cooking. Although Amy's passion originally began as a hobby, the 57-year-old has turned her fun meals into serious business. Considering several Roloffs have been criticized for not pursuing careers outside Little People Big World, viewers are particularly interested in Amy's online shop and the products it offers. Amy Roloff's Little Kitchen, which Amy first launched in 2016, pays homage to her passions for cooking and baking by sharing dozens of recipes with Little People Big World fans. From chicken cacciatore and butter chicken to classic chocolate mousse, Amy offers a wide variety.